Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pottery Corner, my studio down on the south coast of England near Chichester. Welcome along, welcome back everyone. I've been away for a few weeks, so I hope you've not been missing me. Things were a little crazy at the beginning of December trying to get the students' work finished and all their pieces fired, so the kiln was working overtime to get the work through, but we managed to do that, and then my husband and I were very lucky to go away to the Arctic Circle. Yes, the Arctic Circle in December. Yes, it was very cold, but beautiful, completely beautiful. So I've taken a lot of footage, and if you would like me to do an Arctic Circle video of me and my husband mucking about with boats and snow and huskies, pop it in the comments. Do you want to see that? Because if you do, I'll do a montage so that you can see our holiday. We went up the fjords in Norway, and we went right up the very top of Norway to a place called Alta. Really interesting, absolutely fantastic expedition cruise. So we had a lovely, lovely time. But now we're back in our Norwegian garb, Norwegian style, and I've just done a glazed kiln of mostly, believe it or not, my things, which, as you know, makes a real change because usually it's all students' work that's coming through. So let's get on with it. The kiln's cold. Oh, come on, let's have a little chorus. Yes, I've had a sneaky peek. Yes, I have had a sneaky peek. In fact, I was really naughty this time because I looked at the top shelf, which just has a plate on it, and then I took the top shelf out and looked at the rest of it. So aren't I naughty? Very naughty. Okay, so kiln's cold, lid up, and as I say, first thing on the top shelf is one of my plates. So those of you who watch my videos regularly will know that I am desperately trying to make a dinner service, which is something I've eventually got round to as a potter. So this particular plate came out and had some pinholes in it. Probably came out of a kiln 2 or 3 kiln loads ago. Had some pinholes in it, so I just popped some more hundreds and thousands glaze, so hundreds and thousands chips onto the surface where the pinholes were and just refired it. Simple as that. So this glaze combination, this is Bots Onyx Black. Trying to remember which one it is, which is not quite as dark as the usual obsidian that I use, and in fact I think some of the plates further down in this load probably have Amaco's obsidian on. So this one is Bots Onyx Black with Mayco sea salt as the cream matte background of this plate. The Bots does a nice thing on the edge with the Mayco sea salt, and then I've used, as I say, what I call hundreds and thousands glaze, which is basically all of my glazed chips that I keep in a pot, and then I just sprinkle it like you would sprinkle hundreds and thousands on a cake. So yes, much better this time, no pinholes, marvellous. That can now go in the house. That's been waiting a little while. Okay, shelf out. We're a bit hickledy-pickledy in here because it was a bit of a funny load, so there's sort of half shelves and broken shelves and all sorts of things. So we'll make our way down. This is another of my plates that has been refired. So again, same problem, had a bit of pinholing, so I thought I'll just pop a little bit more glazed chips on. There is still a tiny bit, I hope you can see there, a little bit of pinholing, but actually it's not sharp, so it's gone up and over. But yeah, nice. And as I say, I am getting there. These are sort of, they are actually the same size, which is more by luck than judgment. So these are sort of salad plate size. So I'm just working up to getting the dinner plates done. Right, this one is Michelle's. Very nice. So this is obviously a flecked clay body that she's used. So Michelle has brought some of her pieces to be fired in my kiln. I do rent my kilns out, and if you're interested, details of that are on the website if you're local to me, and the website details are in the description below. So she's obviously used a fleck clay. Nice, I like that. So that's Amaco Snow on the inside, and then we've got Mayco's Raspberry Mist for the pink band and Amaco's Downpour for the bottom band. Now, Michelle has not done brush on glazes before, so who wants to chorus with me? Not enough glaze. So there is actually, you can see even on the snow layer a little bit of patching. That would have gone with another layer. And again, with the Raspberry Mist, you can actually see where she's put the brush. So I was trying to say to her that she needs to lay the glaze on rather than painting it on and moving it. So it is difficult when you start using brush glazes because they do react differently to dip glazes. The blue's not too bad, but for me needed another coat. So Michelle, try and paint a little bit of a thicker layer, leave it to dry, and then go on from there. So, but nonetheless, a lovely little pouring bowl, pretty, very nice. And I think, as I say, that's irons. I should think that's iron fleck. Very nice, like that, pretty. Right, half shelf out. Okay, so next thing out, yet another one of my refired plates. I'm not actually sure if this one was refired or not, actually. I don't think it was. Doesn't look like it's been refired. So yeah, same thing. With the hundreds and thousands glaze, you're never really sure what you're going to get in terms of colourway on your chips. Most of it is more by luck than judgment. I quite like the combination, and they all seem to be coming out relatively the same. So yeah, quite like those. And again, that one must be an onyx black because it has mingled so nicely on the edge. So that one is indeed slightly smaller than the others. Another half shelf. Right, okay, so having just said what I just said about the glazed chips being the same colour, this one isn't. So this is the Bots Onyx Black on there, and that one is Amaco's Obsidian. So you can see that the Bots Onyx Black is not as deep a colour black as the Obsidian. So that's Amaco's Obsidian on there. Yeah, glazed chips, much brighter on this one. I don't dislike it, but it is slightly more in your face than the other one. So that's quite interesting. Obviously the glazed chip pot has had a little bit more bright colour added to it. Again, this is Mayco. Sea salt on the outside and on the matte part. Yeah, very nice. And again, side plate size. That one, yeah, much louder chips on it. Don't dislike it, but it just doesn't quite match the others. This piece is made by Jill. Very nice. Now, Jill has been, I think I might have told you already, she's upcycling some wrought iron gates. So she bought some wrought iron gates on Facebook Marketplace. She's going to use them on as a wall decoration. So she's made some pods to attach to the wrought iron. So this bit will be the back, and this is like a little bird bath or a little bird station where the birds can come in and have a drink. So that's really pretty. On the outside of that is Amaco's Sahara Turquoise, which is matte, as you can probably see. That is a matte finish. And then on the inside she's used Mayco Turquoise. I'll try and remember to put the numbers on the screen for you. Not very thick on there, I would say, but quite nice. She's made her own sprig mould of a Savoy cabbage leaf. So yeah, so that'll be really nice. So that's one of the pods that are going to attach to her gate. Right, I'll get these shelves and half shelves out. Quick slurp between shelves. Right, okay, so 3 things in here. 2 are Jill's, 2 more pods. This one is, again, she's used a lot of texture on these. They're rather lovely. I've got an antique French stamp upstairs, wooden stamp that I use, that I bought in an antiques fair in Honfleur when I was first starting potting and got obsessed with texture. Don't we all do that? So yeah, so she's used that, which is just, it's quite a nice flower design. So the glaze on there, luckily for me, was on a cookie, and actually it, I don't think it has touched the kiln shelf. It might have just touched the kiln shelf, but yeah, I shall have to Dremel that drip off. But that glaze combination, this is on craft crank clay, so the clay that goes in the garden. That is Smoky Merlot, Amaco's Smoky Merlot with Amaco's oatmeal over the top. Lovely, really like that. Beautiful purple tones with a bit of blue. Lovely, lovely. That's really nice. And she's going to plant some succulents or similar sedums into these so that they kind of flow over the top on the wrought iron gate. So yeah, that's a goodie, that one. Lovely, lovely. And then this is the last of Jill's, and as I say, she's used her cabbage sprig again and sort of layered up the pieces on this piece to make it resemble a cabbage. Rather lovely, actually, really nice. And this one's a little bit bigger, so she's got a little bit more planting space in here. Be lovely with some flowers in it. Really pretty. Now this is a new glaze to me, and I'm going to have to look it up because I can't remember what it's called. It's a Mayco glaze. It's something copper. I'll look it up. I'll put it on the screen for you because I can't remember. It's been several weeks since I looked at the glazes, but it's almost a matte. I suppose you could probably call that satin because it's not a gloss, but it's not a matte. Rather nice, whatever it is, on this craft crank clay. And as I say, I like the way that she's replicated the sort of the cabbage, the overlapping of the layers. So yes, very nice, Jill. I like that. And that series, she has another one on the shelf that's waiting for biscuit firing. Right, now the last thing out of this kiln, I just thought I'd have a little play. So it'll be interesting to see what you think of this, because if you really like it, and lots of people put in their comments that they'd like me to do a tutorial on this, I'll do a tutorial on it. So, some time ago, my husband and I went to the British Museum, which is not a place that I'd ever been before. There's a cookie stuck on this foot, which I just need to get off, which in fact, whilst I've got you on the camera, I'll show you how I do it. So, I have my little trusty hammer, and I'm just going to drop that off there, and it literally takes the tiniest of dings to get it off. I will have to just make sure that that little burr, if you can see it, is dremelled off, but other than that, that's okay. So we went to the British Museum, and oh, just some amazing very old pots. So this started me thinking that actually I could do some sort of old pots made new. So if you'd like me to show you how this was made, it's hand built, and do a full tutorial on the hand build of this, drop it in the comments, let me know, and I will do one. So this is a hand built. I've used the craft crank clay, so the sort of slightly more robust clay that I use in the studio, to make what I'm going to call my goose jug, because I don't know why, but it kind of resembles a goose. Do you agree? Goose jug, good name? I don't know. Write it in the comments. What's your suggestion? Something else. A duck jug. No, that doesn't sound so good, does it? So we'll go with goose because it's got quite a long neck. Swan, maybe swan. No, not white. Anyway, I digress onto a creative, let's think of a name for a jug. Anyway, so this jug, as I say, hand built, really simple, really effective. Isn't it lovely? So I thought I'd go a little bit nuts. I don't know why. It must have been pre-Christmas, pre-holiday, let's go mad with it, because I actually used Amaco's Saturation Gold. Now, haven't used it very much before, haven't had very good results with it, but when I had a kiln opening with some Saturation Gold, one of my lovely viewers said to me, use it thicker. So I took you at your word, lovely YouTube viewer, and used it thicker. And yes, it is now gold, even on this craft crank clay. So lovely, lovely. That is Amaco's Antique Gold. It is shiny, very shiny. And then in the neck, so just in this section as far down as I could get the brush, hope you can see that, I thought to myself, I know, we'll go pink. Why not? Why not? Pink and gold. Yes, why not? So that is Amaco's Raspberry Mist, just in the throat of the pour. So yeah, well, it's a bit mad, isn't it? But if you want me to do a tutorial on that, let me know. Okay, so that's all that's in the kiln. I rather like that. It's rather magnificent. So I don't know that will get sold. I think prototype. It's a prototype. I'll have to keep it. Right, a few shout outs. What have we got this week? And first of all, just a very quick update on Steph, who had a GoFundMe page to save up for a kiln. Well, news, fellows. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know I've said it on my other videos, so I won't dwell on it here. But just to say that Steph sent me a message on the 20th of December to say that her kiln was ready for dispatch from Nabathurn. So thank you again. You know who you are, people who donated to Steph Chamberlain at Claydor. She sent me a little picture of Maya, her beautiful Labrador, saying very Merry Christmas. So yes, thank you, Steph, for just keeping me in the loop. And as I say, we will probably try and organise something whereby I go down and meet Steph. I'd really love to meet you and share with the rest of you who've been so kind and donated so that she could get her kiln. So update, she's getting it. In fact, from the 20th of December, she might even have it. So I'll wait to hear, and I'll go down and see her and we'll take it from there. So thank you again for being so kind. So that's that one. Who else have we heard from? So we've heard from Nancy Blaine, who is in Nipoma. Is that right? Nipoma in California. And she says, happy holidays from California. I thought I would share my latest luminaire that was inspired by the Halloween luminaire that you shared with us. Yeah, that was a few kiln loads ago. The outside is glazed with Amaco's Glacier, and the inside with Amaco's Wasabi, with the hopes it would reflect through the trees and the hole. It doesn't. Oh well, yes, sometimes we have to try these things, don't we? Her workbench is covered with pieces for the Christmas sale. So yeah, it's a busy time of year, isn't it, before Christmas? So this is Nancy's luminaire, and Christmas themed. Again, I can't get the picture to go bigger, so I'll try and crop it in on the editing. Really pretty. Another way that you can put your own personality onto the Skyline luminaire project. So there is a 2-part tutorial on how to make that. You can also buy the template in my Etsy shop. So there's an Etsy shop link in the description box below. So yeah, very, very simple project. I do a step-by-step tutorial right the way through from start to finish. So if you're a beginner, you can do this project, get yourself a template and make your own version. And I mean, you don't have to do it with a skyline on it. Lots of people have sent in their pictures of how they have personalised it. So it's always lovely to see that you start off with a project idea and then people move it on and take it to different places. So thank you, Nancy, for sending that. This one is from Yvonne Nicholson. I don't know where you are, Yvonne. So she said she's ordered the digital Wonky Pot template. So again, there's a Wonky Pot tutorial on how to make the Wonky Pot and a digital Wonky Pot template in the Etsy shop. So she said, thank you for your wonderful YouTube site. I follow you every week, if not more, and have been truly inspired by your work. I have only been potting for a year, having been lucky to have a wheel for Christmas last year and a kiln for my birthday in January. Lucky you, Yvonne. Hence the wonky pot template purchase. I just love the easy, natural and friendly way you present and teach. I feel I've known you for years. Yeah, that's interesting, Yvonne. You know, actually, the more videos I do, the more comments I get from people, and that, you know, the same people comment and say thank you. So it's really nice to get that feedback. Thank you for that. And then she says, if you could show us how to knock off the cookies. Funnily enough, I literally just did that, but I will go into that a bit more. And I'm always up for people suggesting to me what they would like me to do in a video. So don't be shy. If there's something that you need to know, drop it in the comments and I'll see if it's something that I can do. Yeah, now she needs a carpenter to build her lots more bits and pieces for her studio. So yes, I know that. Really great. Well done, Yvonne. Thank you for buying the template. Last one is from Nat. Now, Nat's in Australia. Hi, Nat, because I know you're going to be watching. Nat is from Mud Magic, and she sent me a little note to say, just wanted to pop in and let you know I've just unloaded my very first Glaze kiln firing and uploaded my very first YouTube video. Nat, well done. I have sent you a message privately, but I thought I would stick it on here so that people know. She wanted me to watch it. You have helped my pottery journey more than you could know. I understand if you don't have time though. Your friend in clay, Nat from Australia, Mud Magic. So there is a little tiny picture of a Nat with her YouTube, first YouTube video. And I did watch it from start to finish, Nat. I loved it. I thought it was great. I mean, obviously, I feel like a rather old hand at this now, having been doing it for sort of 2 or 3 years. But well done. It takes a lot to stand in front of the camera and to go through your work, good and bad. So well done to you. Anybody wants to know anything or anybody has a question, please pop it in the comments. I'm always happy to answer. It's always great to have your support and your comments. Thank you very much. The students are back in a couple of weeks. We've got lots of new students coming and the Pottery Throwdown starts again on the television in January, so there'll be lots of inquiries for throwing courses, I suspect. So 2023 looks like it'll be just as busy here at the Pottery Corner as 2022 has been. May I wish you all a very happy new year, wherever you are, happy and healthy, and I shall see you all on the next one. Bye for now.